We took a little break. We're back ready to go just in time for the holiday season and the year of 2023 to end. And we got a lot planned for 2024, baby. Ooh,
2024, pour no more.
Oh, pour no more.
Pour no more.
Okay, I thought you said porno more. Like
more porno?
I don't know if there's kids listening.
No, I think that makes sense, actually. No, that makes sense.
I was
like somebody's been pretty naughty this year.
Ooh. Hey, we all have a naughty side, right? I mean, I got more than one, but
you have naughty sides.
Good or bad. Mm-hmm. I hope it's a good naughty.
Well, I mean,
if you're looking for something else, people, you're on the wrong podcast. Maybe.
Or maybe not.
That's the kink of it, isn't it? Oh, I hear Krampus. We got to shut up. So, we've been busy, but we're ready for the Christmas to begin.
Sorry, my ESPN was canceled. I didn't pay the Plus prescription.
Dang! We're pulling a scary movie. What's her name in that show? She was like the first one to coin that, wasn't she? Or was it before that? I forgot. Oh, it was the Scary Movie Girl, right? She called it, instead of ESP, she called it ESPN.
I think you may be correct, but you would know better.
And then Mean Girls stole that. The dumb girl in Mean Girls. Well, they all kind of dumb, you know. But one of the dumb ones in Mean Girls started saying that too, and I was like, what?
You would probably, again, know better than that. I actually have never seen Mean Girls.
I've seen bits and pieces. It's such a girly movie. Oh, it's not a girly movie. It's for everybody. But come on. Back then, it was totally a chick flick. But
is it a Christmas movie?
No. Is that a forbidden? I shouldn't. Maybe Christmas takes place. Oh, wait. They do. You know what? They do have a Christmas moment. It's like a famous scene where the popular chicks are all wearing a Christmas hat, Playboy lingerie, and they're like singing some Christmas song on the stage. Boom.
That's cute. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. And you know what? That Krampus movie's pretty good. That's also a Christmas movie, be it a horror one. There's horror ones, and then there's comedy ones, drama, romance, action Christmas, Rambo, Die Hard.
Oh yeah,
plays during Christmas. It's a thing now. The last few years, right?
Yeah. There's that the sheriff from Stranger Things. He had that Violent Night Christmas movie where he was like badass Santa Rambo, just taking out John Leguizamo's team of SEALs or mercenaries, whatever they were.
John still got it. I watched that at the beginning of at the end of November or early December for the first time. I was a year late. I had it downloaded, never watched it, but I saw it was on Netflix, right?
That's
Netflix,
right. Or HBO Max. It might have been HBO Max. I can't quite.
I know I have Netflix and I think Amazon. You know, it was probably. I don't know. I watched it though, but I didn't finish it. I think I was halfway done. It's like where he's in the house. He got in that hostage house, and he's like talking to Leguizamo, like, "Hey, I took out your men, blah blah blah," and then I paused it there.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that part I remember from the trailer. I gotta be honest, it's still another one that I have yet to enjoy.
Do you remember Fox Family back in the day? The Fox Family channel, Channel 39?
Yeah, I do.
There was an Andy Dick one that came out in 2000 called, I finally found it. It's on YouTube. If anybody searches this up, Special Delivery 2000. The full movie's up there, hour and a half. Every year since then, for at least 3 years, 2 years, because I moved out of the house in 2002. They'd show it. It's like he's some guy that stays with his family, has nowhere to go, and I thought it was the funniest shit.
You always surprise me when you find some random ass movie.
You're like, what the fuck movie is this? But I know Andy Dick, but I never heard this.
Yeah. Oh. Got this sweet bed over here with the LED light strip.
I know LED's becoming a thing for streamers and gamers.
Yes. Well, it's just very interesting and eye-catching. Like, I mean, when I first had my background all zoomed in, didn't it kind of look a little boring?
It's too bad you don't have Christmas lights lined up like my childhood bedroom. Although that'd be so tight. It would make your room hot, though.
Those are in the living room.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
He's already Christmased it up. I bought some garland at Cork and Screw. Cork and Screw. That's a restaurant in Jakarta. No,
Oh, nice.
Crate and Barrel. It's kind of like Williams Sonoma. I don't know if you and your girl been there looking for stuff. It's a little bit more pricey than IKEA, I can tell you that. But they have nice stuff I wish I could buy. But I bought like fake garland that lights up when you press it, and that's our tree. That's what I'm trying to get at right now. Because we don't have an ultra slim tree. You can probably fit a big tree in your house. We cannot.
I mean, it wouldn't comfortably fit, but we could probably get something pretty decent size. Yeah.
I mean, I'm at that spot. We're both out now. I mean, I feel like an ultra slim. It's tall, it's slim, and you can still hang shit on there, and it's fake. I'm good. I'm good with that. As long as it's a tree.
He's good with that.
I'm good with that. Next.
Next.
This is the MTV show Next, Christmas edition.
Oh man, I was trying to actually watch that show a few months ago. Does not hold up very well, but I mean, for a minute there, it's pretty funny. And then you're just
I
like
liked
this.
the one where the girl wore that fake prosthetic makeup. You remember that one?
Yeah.
And that one guy was like, you know what? We can't judge her. And I'm wondering now if that was a setup. Like, was it scripted, that whole thing? Because none of the guys, but the guy ended up staying there. She took it off. He's like, damn, I'm gonna be hitting that tonight. Merry
That was
Christmas,
definitely
ho
one of
ho
those,
ho.
like scripted type of
Like Viva La
reality TV
Bam.
moments. Oh,
I mean,
what?
Viva La Bam was half and half, but
Love Viva La Bam.
I still love it. I still love
I'm
it.
gonna
The
give
MTV
you
stew. And I can do whatever the fuck I want. And then he jumps.
Hey,
That
so check
horrible
out
graphic
this,
of him falling off the building.
Oh yeah. Check out this Christmas Invader shirt.
Oh, we're gonna be doing show and tell. Okay, I've seen that before on the internet. The oh no. Oh, I thought you said Christmas Vader, because I've seen a Star Wars one where it's the AT-ATs like that and Luke. Okay.
Yeah, you got a little, hold on. You got a little snowman over here with some pixelated stars in the night sky. And then what's that? Is that like a moon rover type of thing? You know?
Okay.
I'm like, what? Wow. And then, yeah, you got the little spaceship in the stars with all the planets kind of lined up.
Oh.
It's got a nice little sweatery vibe, even though it's just a t-shirt.
Yeah, show down below again. I made you front and center, so just in case. I keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ding,
Nice.
ding, ding, ding.
Can you go any lower?
Oh, yeah, no, you and, you know.
I mean,
people
just in
like
case
that.
there's some, we got some extra people out there that want to see a little bit more that don't subscribe to our only podcasts.
I was gonna say they're gonna need to pay $5.99 a month for that.
$5.99, dude. We're worth more than that.
Yeah, well, we're unproven.
We're worth $6.
$6.99 or just $6?
I need to show you mine now. So let me try this. Let's see. So I got a.
Your
I don't
OnlyFans?
have that fancy shit you have, but I got this in one of like my second or third Christmas in Indonesia at some store. It's Santa, surfing Santa.
Oh, dang.
Whoa, what's
whoa.
going? Oh, the blurry backgrounds. It's that cheap effect for blur vibrating the camera. It's surfing Santa. It is.
Surfing Santa. Do-do-do.
I feel like that's a Jimmy Buffett, rest in peace, a Jimmy Buffett song, or Surfing Santa, or some Toby Keith shit.
Toby Keith. Wow. All right.
Christmas Island. Christmas Island. That was sung by Bing Crosby? I don't know. Somebody sung that song. It's a good song.
You know better than me.
But yeah, back on the topic of movies, Christmas movies. We're touching on some stuff that we did last Christmas special, but more in depth this time, more non-cliche too much. But it's gonna be cliche, of course. What do you got for your number one Christmas movie ever? I think you mentioned it last year, but I forgot.
No, I've had more time to think about it now, and I can't believe I didn't mention any of these. For one, Star Wars. Star Wars always comes out on Christmas, and they just have that like family holiday. Well, I mean, at least the last three, and I do believe maybe the first.
That is true. I didn't realize that.
But I'm not sure about the prequels. But from my,
they were around the summertime. Oh yeah, mid of the year or near the summer.
Okay, those ones make sense. Trying to be a summer blockbuster event, but no, the last ones have been released on Christmas. At least the Ray series, but
who?
The Ray, R-E-Y.
I'm just being one of those cliche old geezer.
So sad. It's Blu-ray.
I'm gonna tarnish your guys' Christmas.
Let me see. You gotta go with Christmas Story, but I'm trying to think because I had one earlier today.
Did you see the sequel, Christmas Story Part 2?
Still haven't.
You need to see it. Good.
Yep. Max
Ralphie
said so
returns.
last year, and I still haven't.
Damn! I gotta find it and send it to you later. Anyway.
It's on HBO Max. I have a subscription. I just still haven't made the jump yet. Maybe this Christmas. Hey, it's perfect time to settle in with a bowl of Christmas
eggnog
snacks. There you go. A bowl of eggnog.
Just have a bowl of eggnog with everything mixed in.
Just a barrel of eggnog.
What's that peanut butter rum? Is it what's the name of it? You mix it in with some nutmeg and cinnamon in your eggnog.
Sounds like a good time.
It is. I want to try it. Anyway, your Christmas movies.
Oh boy. Well, I was looking at some holiday specials on YouTube earlier, and I saw the Rankin Bass ones that we were talking about last time. Those are pretty classic. You can't go wrong with Peanuts. It's Christmas Charlie Brown. One of my all-time favorites. Soundtrack by the Vince Guaraldi Trio. One of the jazziest. It just has that touch of nostalgia that kind of tugs at your heartstrings.
Definitely.
I listen to the soundtrack all the time when Christmas time comes around. It just gets me in the spirit, in the mood for some good old Christmas time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something else. I was just joking with Emily about how Jack Frost is the boy who lost his chill. He's got no chill.
I hope somebody got that. I hope everybody got that. If you don't, you need to get a humor test. Jack Frost.
What's the animated movie of the same brand where it's like this evil scientist is trying to have like robots go and attack some Christmas town or something? Do you remember that? Like an evil army of robots.
Are they like Nutcracker robots?
They kind of look like, if I remember correctly, like.
Is Jack Frost a villain in that movie?
Oh, is that the one where he's the bad guy?
If you're talking about that was the Santa Claus number 3 from 2006. Oh man, they had a light come off. Okay,
sorry, folks.
I had to wave around like an idiot. They probably think outside if somebody sees me, help me! Anyway, yes, 2006, Tim Allen, Martin Short, who plays Jack Frost, takes over the North Pole and implements their Nutcracker soldiers, their tin soldiers, different movie, that to take over the North Pole and wreak havoc on the world.
Oh my god. That's
you know what?
monstrous.
Now, are you sure? Maybe I should type this in Google. Google for everything. Christmas movie where robots take over. Let's see. Christmas Bloody Christmas is a themed. Okay, I don't think it's that one. It was 2002.
Christmas, Bloody Christmas.
Was this a long time ago you watched it?
It would have been like, oh my god. I mean,
Not
like
Terminator
it was
2, right?
no, it definitely was like a old animated, like cartoon type thing. Oh wow, I still have my Christmas background from last year. I'm busting out the green screen. I feel like my background is a little boring right now.
I know. I tried messing around with my green screen too. As Hocus Pocus Diddly Squad.
Hocus Pocus Diddly Squad. You're cracking me up right now.
Anyway,
I'm not going to be able to hear you.
I think the Santa Claus 3 is the one you're talking about. That's what came to my mind instantly.
You're probably right. Probably right. I'm going to actually mute my mic so you don't have to hear me shuffling around with this crappy.
Oh, you're okay. Well, while he's doing that, let me bring up some of my movies. Well, there's definitely that special delivery. In the 90s, Christmas was very special to me. So I would always look forward to seeing the Christmas shows that would come on, be it Disney Channel, Nickelodeon would have some, but more so Disney Channel and ABC Family, TGIF, that kind of stuff. As far as TV shows go. But for movies, Special Delivery, 2000, starring Andy Dick. Guy has nowhere to go on Christmas. You know, I forgot the plot of the movie, but I remember he would always be causing mayhem. Not mayhem. He'd be an inconvenience, an annoyance, if you will, to the family he's staying with. And he tries to mean well, but all I remember is the funniest scene is where he gets thrown in the dumpster. And he's like, oh, great. Well, this is how it's going to be. And it's Andy Dick. He's a great actor. He's a great comedic actor. He goes well with Pauly Shore. I wish they were in more together. But yeah, that and Jingle All the Way. I said it last year. I don't know if I said that was my number one, but Jingle All the Way, Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They need to do something else again together. We need an actual sequel, collab. Scrooged, Bill Murray. You know, Christmas Carol movie's all about. Seeing your past, present, future redemption. It's like The Family Man. And what's another movie?
That
Family
movie
Man
is so damn good.
with Nick Cage, the Nick Cage one, right?
Yes.
I do love that one. He's had a bit of a renaissance since 2018's Mandy, and same with what's that other actor? Oh, he's in a new movie right now. It's Nick Cage and Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy had to come back a year later with what's that blaxploitation like movie they did based on the actual guy. I forgot his name. I can't believe Dolomite.
Oh yeah.
That movie, I saw that. I was like, Eddie is coming back. If you don't come back from this, then something's wrong with Hollywood. I wish they would make a Nutty Professor 3, but apparently they say it's not going to be culture appropriate. I'm like, seriously, come on. I love Nutty Professor. I loved it.
How could you not?
It's the
It's the
Clumps.
Nutty Professor.
I remember seeing that sequel in the theater, that's for sure. I was like, I want to see it, Dad.
Ooh,
But yeah,
nice.
his Candy Cane Lane, that was, I want to say it, but it was a miss for me. I thought it was going to be a movie about a neighborhood competing for a Christmas lights contest. I did not know anything about the fantasy element. I tried not to watch the trailer. I'm trying to pull a Max. Don't watch the trailer, just watch the movie. Don't let the trailer ruin it for you or the critics. But yeah. But I'm still on Solo here. Let's get Eric back in here. But yeah, Eddie's going to be in Beverly Hills Cop 4. Right? 4.
Yes.
4. And it has a lot of the original cast in it. Because the third one didn't have anybody really from the original one except Joe Pesci. But they're coming back. Boom. I'm interested.
I'm super interested.
That's all the Christmas movies I can really think of. Christmas Story Part 2 was pretty good. I think I mentioned that last time we did this on our special. It was a good follow-up. It was good to see Ralphie and him have his own traditions with his family.
Damn, that like hella slowed down my computer trying to do the green screen.
Oh, yeah. Are you using a laptop?
Yeah, and we've
Of
done
course,
it in
what
the
else are you
past.
going to use these days?
Right.
A box?
Yeah. And we've done it in the past and it's worked fine, but just now it was like, don't even try. I wonder what setting my computer is in, if I have it in turbo.
HP or MacBook?
Asus?
Asus. See, I have a MacBook, and certain websites lag the hell out of my computer. And it takes forever, and I have to force quit it, or it just freezes for a while, and I'm like, oh my god, this is a MacBook? Yeah, right. This is a crap book.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just curious. You spent a lot of time in Indonesia, and you've been, married to Natasha for some time now. Have you...
Too long.
There you go. Have you adopted any, holiday traditions of hers from around Christmas time? Does she have any?
Holiday traditions. Speaking of that, I tried to bring World Book, those ones I shared in my little side special last year. Those red books about Christmas in other countries. They don't have one for Indonesia. But, I mean, the only traditions I could think of, they don't buy so much presents as they do family gatherings. And man, people in Asia have family gatherings often. It could be for breakfast, it could be for lunch, dinner. I wish the Westerners could do that more. It can be possible. You can always start that. It's the irony. Different culture. But yes, we gather a lot. We have a church service, midnight mass before, and then church service Christmas Day. A lot of food, family gathering, some presents exchange. So I'm trying to think of something unique and special, because I'm thinking that's what you're digging at here.
For instance, can you think of like a special dish that maybe you tried?
Brenna
like a funky name. Ooh.
So it's fusion, since the last country to colonize them after Japan was the Dutch. So there's a lot of Dutch elements in their food, like brennebon, risol, and some other stuff. Brennebon is a bean stew.
Okay.
It's not. It's a little liquidy. It's brown. Doesn't sound appetizing, does it? But man, you add enough salt in there, ooh, it tastes good. And pork, ham hock pork with the skin still on it.
Oh wow, so it's savory, very savory.
Ooh, it is. They say pork is dirty. You know what? I'm dirty too, and I need that pork. I'm sorry.
You're a fool.
I want to live as long as I can, though, but I never get rid of pork.
Yeah, I've been trying to
carnivores.
Pork.
I don't know what this is. Look at Egyptian. The Bengals. But yeah, as far as food goes, you know what? I'm gonna cheat. 5 years. Indo Christmas food, like the Japanese, they order KFC a month in advance. The bucket of chicken. Types of Christmas dishes in Indonesia. So you have babi panggang karo. That is grilled pork and typically enjoyed with sambal. That's spicy sauce with some of the chili seeds in there. Really good. It can be a low spice or a high spice, so be careful. Watch your butthole.
When you say high spice, is it like that super dry spice? Where it's just dry heat?
It could just be aged chili that make it, when it ages, it gets more grumpier, like old people. They get grumpier and hot. That's all that I thought of right now, because it's grumpy and angry. What is this? Pofferjes cake. Never heard of that. Babi guling. Oh, guling. Forgot what guling is. Oh, my wife's gonna slap me. Bagia cake. Nastar cake. Nastar is like a dry baked crisp, it's like one of those shortbread cookies, but not as savory. Not savory, but not as it's dry, but with baked cheese on top of it. Cheese sprinkles. Ikan woku balang, ikan bumbu. Ikan is fish, and man, the way they cook the fish over there, and that tuna jaw. Tuna jaw is my favorite. Grab my jaw. And richa is chicken. Spicy chicken, dried a little bit. So good. Let's, if I can share some images. You know what? We need to add some images, because I'm not going to search this up and do it one by one in the In the editing. That's the part that takes the longest. Share. Oh, whoops, not slide. How do we? Oh my gosh, It's been a while, guys, since I've been on this. Oh my. I keep pressing settings. Oh, it's at the bottom. Share screen. Okay, here we go. So here are a lot of the dishes. Yeah, it. Some of it might not look appetizing, but if it doesn't, then y'all need to get your eyes fixed. This is my favorite, nasi kuning. It's a sticky yellow rice, and then there's the sambal right here. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse or not. But that's the sambal piece with cucumber, egg, boiled egg. Oh my god. Where's the ikan? Ah, here's fish. It's lathered in curry. Oh, is that fish head? Yeah, I won't be eating that part, but... Oh, you know what? I have eaten fish head, just not the eyeballs. That's the chicken. Spicy chicken. Where else? Oh, here's the... Oh, this is the nastar. Oh, yeah, this is nastar. Sorry, I was describing a different kind of cookie. Nastar is like this, so it's like a little ball of dough glazed with butter, and inside is pineapple. Kind of like a pineapple tart cake you can get in Japan, China, basically most major Asian countries have it. I'm sure you've had one, Eric, right? Like a little cake with pineapple tart stuff inside of it.
A little cake with pineapple tart.
It's like pineapple jam in the middle of it, but it's kind of like a sticky, not as wet like jam you put on your jelly sandwich.
Ooh. Not as wet.
If you, I know we're getting dirty now, guys. Moist. Well,
ew, moist. Should I go? This is very dramatic, right now. I keep messing around with this other light.
Dude, I liked that. I liked that dark look. That looked good. I just have the light of heaven on me right now.
It feels like I'm using like I'm trying to go for some sort of moody like Lutz or something.
I feel like the Madonna Hope on a Prayer, or whatever that prayer song is. I really like that song. It's very dramatic. I feel like that was for a movie. William Dafoe? I don't know. I never watched that one. It didn't look too interesting to me. But he's good. He's a good actor, hands down.
Dafoe, he's amazing.
Huh? Yeah. What about food? Do you have any special food, Eric, that you would have growing up for Christmas?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked. I'm a absolute fucking I'm just gonna put it out there, basic bitch when it comes to peppermint. So like peppermint mochas, peppermint candies,
peppermint bark. Oof.
Peppermint tea. Peppermint bark is fantastic.
That's dangerous, man. That whole bark could put you in the hospital.
Yeah, it's so good though. It's so good. Such a good flavor. I pretty much at my job at the convenience store, I pretty much brought in like a bunch of peppermint mocha creamer just for me. And my boss was like,
"Oh dang!"
He was like, "Is anybody getting any of this?" And I was like, "Kinda." But now people are picking up on it, and that's great. You know.
Okay.
Go ahead, man. I love me some peppermint. I could actually go for peppermint mocha right now, and it's like almost 7:00.
Dude, peppermint. So I buy Stevens. If anybody goes to the store, you see Stevens hot chocolate. It's probably the best hot chocolate I've ever had from the store. Great. They have milk chocolate and chocolate mint. My mom would always do that around Christmas time, and it's just childhood memory every time I drink it.
I love that.
That, and I want to try Scott Calvin, aka Tim Allen, from the Santa Claus. I want to try that damn hot chocolate he gets when he first arrives at the North Pole in that nice chalice, silver, whatever that thing is he's holding.
You did talk about that during last year's special,
and I never forget every year.
One of these days, man, I hope that you try it. I really do.
But what about food? Food besides mint anything? You have any other things that you would have at home?
Like, well, one, you got to get eggnog out of the way. I mean, it's just a holiday classic. I don't think I've really had alcoholic spiked, like, eggnog. I just normally just had it straight. But this year, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have me some naughty eggnog.
like that
The
one I was
naughty
telling you
knob.
about with that alcohol. It's I still can't remember that, but yeah. You see, we both need to try this, but it's the alcohol that's the expensive part.
Yeah.
But you gotta buy that. Actually, maybe
Um,
it's not that expensive.
yeah. My grandma, she always made a bean pie around the holidays. And if you're unfamiliar with a bean
Ooh.
pie, it's made from a white bean. And
Okay.
it's sweet. You wouldn't probably think it would be sweet coming from a bean, but it is really tasty. And it comes out looking closer to, I almost want to say, like, the top comes out a little brown. It almost looks like toasted, but then the inside is all like creamy, almost like a pumpkin pie, I guess, or a sweet potato pie, but the consistency is smoother. And it's just like this. Well, I mean, you've had like bean paste and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of reminds me of like some sweet bean dessert.
I have to
from,
every
like,
Friday
Japan,
have bean
or,
paste.
you know, yeah. So it's pretty much like the same vein, but just like a whole pie. It's delicious. Delicious.
Damn. Oh, bean paste. For a minute there, I'm like, bean paste? And like, yeah, like red bean almost
Yeah.
when you have it in mochi.
Yep. I guess this white
Okay.
bean is pretty much does the same diff. And man, we eat it so much around the holidays that like sometimes if there's like barely any left, my mom starts calling it wish pie, as in you wish. You
Still
had a
to
slice
this
of the
day,
pie.
right?
Oh yeah.
Grandma's still with us.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yes, but Grandpa passed last Christmas, and so now she's moving out of the house that we normally celebrate our holidays in, and that's a little bit weird this year. You know,
So
It was-
we both lost somebody that we're not going to be spending the holidays we do every year.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I
tough.
think that last year I mentioned my uncle, didn't I? I think
Yeah.
the last episode I talked about my uncle notified about pancreatic cancer a month or two before we had the gathering, and then unfortunately 7 months later in July, not long after I moved out, he passed away. So my aunt wasn't gonna have Christmas, but she thought it's better that she keeps her spirits up and enjoy it, because the first few years are the hardest. Holidays are always the hardest. So I hope your grandma's doing okay. I hope my aunt's doing okay. I try not to talk about it. It's touchy.
Yeah, we're all just we're gonna come together for her, and man, it's tough. It's tough. In fact,
At least you have pictures and memories, man.
I think he made it like just to Christmas, to celebrate like Christmas with my niece, like her first Christmas, and then like it was gone.
He was Mr. Christmas in your family. We all have a Mr. Christmas or a Mrs. Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, I think I might actually be getting the details wrong, and I think he passed shortly before Christmas, and we took Christmas photos with him. He made it through Thanksgiving, I believe. Yeah.
I'm glad that he got to at least experience one big family holiday.
Yeah, I miss him a lot. I miss Papa.
This is a time of reflection. Any time can be a time of reflection, but also good memories, man. It can be sad, happy. But that's why we have family, and I hope everybody has a close-knit family to keep those positive vibes going.
And if they don't, hopefully they got some friends that they can, rely on that are just as, supportive as a family.
Amen. Hallelujah.
I know now I'm getting all touchy-feely.
That's what the season's about. Touchy-feely.
Yeah. I was thinking about Alicia the other day. And, man, I always miss her around the holidays.
That's his sister.
Yeah, she passed in 2015, and
Dang,
it's
almost
just
10
been-
years ago.
Yeah, almost 10 years. It's crazy, man, how much time has passed. And eventually, I guess, like some people say, it gets easier to like talk about and shoulder that pain, but it's still there. It's like it's easy and then it's not, but there's been so much time in between. Kind of dulls the pain a little, I guess. And eventually I had to tell myself to stop being sad when I thought about her.
You really pushed through, man, during that time. It's like Eric never changed. Eric, I know.
I really tried, man. I mean, like,
at least in front of me. So, you pulled one over me.
well, it was a little delusional. I mean, I went back to work like immediately after, and other stuff, and just tried to carry on. But I should have maybe taken more time to address the trauma.
Never hurts to take time for yourself.
Yeah.
To reflect, to recharge, do what you got to do. Take a vacation.
But
you got to go to Christmas Island.
Now I just think positively on her memory and around the holidays, and
And I had the honor of meeting her once or twice.
She had such a bright spirit.
Yeah, she was very happy all the time. I was like, man, people saying I'm always happy at work, they don't like that. Why are you always smiling, Anthony? What the fuck you?
Oh. Who asked you that?
Some guy at FedEx. He's like, oh, why are you always smiling? And I'm like, because I'm always happy. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, oh, why? And he's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, yeah, not happy, are you, with your life? You pathetic little weasel piece of garbage. I didn't really think that. I just thought it was weird that everybody asked me that. And I guess as I get older, I realize why they're asking those questions.
You're like, what do you think, I'm gay? They're like, you're like, I am gay. I'm super happy.
We're happy.
I'm jolly.
You're happy, and you know what? Drop your pants.
I just got what you said.
I'm dead, guys.
Wow.
Oh, I got mistletoe over here.
Mistletoe?
Oh my god. I thought of something inappropriate when I said that. There's two types of toes you can have on you. A mistletoe and another type of toe.
Twinkle toes.
We're getting off the rails here now.
Twinkle toes? No? That was
twinkle
my guess.
Toes. I mean, if you ride one in the desert and you put toe at the end of it, there you go.
Yeah. I like
anyway. What food did I have?
Nothing.
Well, every year, my family, my aunt, because we would mostly go to my aunt's. I mentioned it last year. We go to my aunt's for Christmas every year. They had a nice, cozy house growing up. They always have a cozy house, but the one that lived in the neighborhood, if you know where the Copper Penny is, I'm sure you're familiar with that bar. You've heard of it somewhere. The Copper Penny has a big Abe Lincoln logo. It's not there anymore. Yeah. But on the way there, there's an old town neighborhood. Yeah, but so you knew that too. That's why they shut it down, I think, shortly after. But that was 10 or so years ago, maybe in the 2000s. Actually, time's going by too fast for us. She lived in one of the neighborhoods near there. Old house neighborhoods, really nice, really small, confined space. But it was so cozy when they decorated with the tree lit up. They'd have the living room lights off, candles lit, the tree lighting up, glowing up the area. And then you could smell the ham. We'd always have ham, and we're having ham again. She said, I'm going to do the hams and potatoes. You guys bring sides and desserts over. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine, as long as we're all gathering. Because I get worried sometimes as the years go by. Will the younger generation, I'm going to keep it going, but will my generation in my family continue to keep those family gatherings? Because when it ends, I get kind of anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want these kind of memories to stop. I don't want to just reflect on the past. See, I'm sounding sad. I'm talking about food. Anyway, ham. Keep it going. You're the future. You can be the one to shift if your family is not doing these things that you wish that they didn't stop doing. You make the change. Anyway, ham. And there's this dish with marshmallow in it. It's like a pistachio something with marshmallow. Oh my God. I told my mom. She's like, I'm going to do Jell-O. I'm like, no, you're not. I manipulated my 70-something-year-old mother to do the pistachio marshmallow, and I can't wait to have it. I did it in a nice way. I'm not abusive I'm not like Mickey Rooney's mistress or whatever who took care of him before he passed. That and this. In respect to my grandmother from New Zealand, I'm gonna bring it up again. Lamingtons. These are an Australian, New Zealand dessert type sponge cake, and I make mine extra moist. Oh yeah. Don't make it inappropriate on a Christmas dish, please. Moist, but I don't do this cream. You can do this, but I got this old Edmund's cookery book from New Zealand that's from like 1908, 1920 something. Probably second printing. It's falling apart. But it has a short section about these. She'd make these blue, green, red, yellow, and I think with the yellow ones she'd do some citrus lemon zest to it. I'd forgotten all about that until my mom brought it up, and I'm like, oh man, these things, I would sneak in the kitchen, grab one, and then another one. I'd look for the biggest one. I'm like, who ate all the Lamingtons? I don't know. But I'm doing this again. I'm gonna do a strawberry jam one again. So what you do is you bake a cake. I do it the cheap way. Bake a cake in a rectangle thing. Bake it. Cut it into squares. Get the jam out. I got strawberry and I got pineapple passion fruit. I'm gonna try something different. But strawberry one's is a home run. Then you take the cake, you kind of heat up the jelly so it doesn't stick and rip your cake apart. You roll it around, and then you sprinkle coconut shedding on it. And you can either put stuff in the middle of it. You don't. I don't. It tastes great the way it is, but piece de resistance. Oh, thank you, Grandma. I'm glad I met her. I'm glad I got to spend those years.
You're gonna keep the tradition of the Lamingtons going.
This will be my second year doing it. I kid you not. My mom also wants another one called Picklets? If anybody from New Zealand's watching this, I might be saying it wrong. But yeah.
What's a New Zealand dish?
Is anybody New Zealandish? Yeah. This is Anthony language.
Sorry.
So.
Is it a New Zealand dish? Sorry.
Oh, I thought I said New Zealandish. See, now I'm stupid. No, I think it's originated from Australia. If I search on Google, it's going to be Australia. Now I'm searching. Where did Lamingtons originate?
Your butt.
Toasted coconut Lamington recipe. This Australian dish, of course, they don't want to. First invented in Queensland. Okay, I was about to say, of course, Australia takes ownership of that. But then it says Queensland. It was more specific, so I got smacked in the face with that. So yeah, it's definitely a Aussie dish, creation, whatever. But it's amazing. I think the Kiwis make it a little sweeter. Oh. I need flavor in mine. I've had a bad one, and of course I was in Indonesia. They were making them there, but I didn't like it too much.
Now, is that all the foods that y'all have? Like, is turkey a staple? Do you guys have like mac and cheese?
I would like you know what? You're gonna smack my face, but I really love KFC's mac and cheese.
No, I'm not gonna judge you. I've had it once before, and I must say it's actually pretty good.
I feel like it had more KFC flavor though back in the day.
Oh,
KFC's
I'm sure.
Good, man.
You would think with all those herbs and spices, their mac and cheese would have flavor in it.
You know, but the recipes changed. Side note: the recipes changed since the original, so we don't know how good it actually was back then. I wish we knew. But speaking of dishes on Christmas, another one of mine is green bean casserole. That is my ultimate favorite side dish. And the stuffing. I've come to love stuffing in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I never wanted to have it before. I tried it once and I was like, you know what? It actually tastes pretty dang good.
Yeah,
let's pull some more out of that turkey's butthole.
Can't go wrong. Oh.
Mushroom. Ooh. That's true. We have green bean casserole, that pistachio marshmallow shit, ham, either pecan or pumpkin pie. No turkey. That usually is a staple we've had for Thanksgiving. I mean, who wants to have turkey? Ham is more like let's feast with a pig.
Ham
with that dirty pig.
You and that, yeah, no, it's very I don't know what to make of it.
I started posting outside of food. We were talking about movies earlier. I started posting the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978 on my Facebook.
I did see that. I was just watching the holiday special from freaking Fat Albert earlier before I got on here.
The original cartoon
From 1977, yeah.
I think I've seen that in the Gary Coleman show where he had his own cartoon. I think I've seen that too. I could be wrong. There were a lot of Christmas specials for TV shows and cartoons back in the day.
So random, yeah. Well, I mean, it's an easy one to get in on, I guess. I mean, look at us. We're doing our second Christmas.
I mean, He-Man and She-Ra had one. That's 80s, but I've heard they've had one.
Just
you did.
But
isn't it on on one of the platforms, right?
I was watching a list on YouTube. It was like 170 or 166 videos of just like holiday specials, and it was like it had like Full House and like Fat Albert and like the He-Man one.
Pee-wee's Playhouse has one that's out.
It was on the list. Yeah.
I want to watch that. I wouldn't doubt it. I want to watch that. Rest in peace, another person, Paul Rubens. I want to watch that. I might watch it sometime this week. I'm trying to get all this in now. I've been lazy on the Christmas movies. I haven't watched just the Eddie Murphy one.
Oh, you watched Kenny K. Lane?
Yeah, Kenny K. Lane. Like I said, I love Eddie Murphy. He puts in everything he does for these. But the writing, it's not him. It's the people who wrote the movie. It's kind of boring. I don't like the fantasy aspect. I thought it was a legit like that. What was it? Matthew Broderick Meet the Robins, the one where the family's competing. Him and the girl from or no, that's not good. It's Halloween. Oh my God, what's her name?
Meet the Fockers?
No, that's no. Oh man, was it Tim Allen or was it Matthew Broderick where they're trying to decorate? Whatever. Obviously, it wasn't that good. I heard it bombed, but no wonder I can't remember it. I think it was Tim Allen and not Sigourney Weaver. The woman from Halloween, Michael Myers.
Thelma.
Ooh, Thelma.
No,
you could be making some naughty things with the Thelma from Scooby-Doo. I can tell you that much right now.
That's not Thelma from Scooby's. It's Velma, bro.
See, now I'm thinking of... This is why I have Cole!
Yeah, well, no. You have Cole. Because you're not...
Oh my God, it starts with a... Her name starts with a C.
Kristen Chenoweth. Christine Chenoweth. I don't know.
Oh, Siri. Hey, Siri. Who's the actress from the Halloween movie?
In Halloween 2018, Jamie Lee Curtis played Laurie Strode.
Okay, shut up. Anyway, Jamie Lee Curtis. I just tell her to shut up.
Wow.
Oh, hey Siri. Hey Siri. I'm sorry. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Okay, I found this.
You know what? I don't need to ask you to... I was trying to... Whatever. Can't compliment her. She used to sing if you were sad and whatnot. Anyway, Jamie Lee Curtis and Tim Allen. You guys can look it up. Whatever.
They had a movie? Doing what? I must have blanked out.
It was like... I think it was her... You know what? I'll look it up. Tim Allen...
Is anybody else lost? Just to make sure.
Christmas with the Cranks, 2004. Wow, almost 19 years ago.
No.
Who else was in there? Dan Aykroyd. Oh, he's great for holiday movies. Emmett Walsh, who played the asshole dad in Harry and the Hendersons to John Lithgow. Oh, Eric Persullivan, the youngest brother of Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ooh, Jake Busey. You can't go wrong with another Busey. Who's the wife? All I know is Dan Aykroyd's great in holiday movies. Yeah, 2004. Wow.
Aykroyd's still kicking.
Aykroyd's still... Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Get it? Well, I mean, it's coming out in March, but it should have came out for Christmas.
Ghostbusters on... Well...
And there's a new Grinch sequel, A Grinch Stole Christmas. Unfortunately, Jim Carrey's not involved, and it might be a sequel to the animated one that came out a couple years ago.
Oh,
Bad. I was hoping to see a Jim Carrey come back for the Grinch.
Oh, that would be so amazing. I watch. That's my holiday tradition. I watch that movie every year. every year.
That's a great segue. When that movie came out, did you see it? It was in 1999.
Had it on VHS for the longest time.
But you went to see it in the movie, right?
What?
You went to go see it in the theater, right? Or did you
Probably
wait till
not.
it came out?
Yeah, probably not.
I remember my dad took me to see it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to, but do you remember the hype for this movie in merchandising? I remember around Christmas, they had action figures. I had the Lederhosen German costumed one, and him where he's wearing the Santa suit action figures. And I had the video game. I requested the video game and the puppet talking Christmas dress up doll, where he's like, "This is a hibernation of a lifetime."
Instead of you saying it, when you edit that, you should cut yourself off in this video and put the part from the special where you're like, "This is the whole." I like the way you said it better. That way.
Jim Carrey has his own voice, but I got the doll and the video game for the PlayStation 1 for Christmas. I was all about that game, but I could not fucking get past. I was only probably 20% into that game, maybe even less. I could never beat it. I watched some walkthrough about it. It was clunky, wonky, bad reviews, but I want to buy it again because it's a nostalgic feeling. I was all about that Grinch. I got sucked in. I was a kid. I was 10.
Jim Carrey did a wonderful job with that role. I mean, only somebody with his level of physicality that he pumped into his
personality.
It just works for that role. I can't imagine a more iconic role for Jim Carrey. I mean, people talk about Liar Liar and whatever, but like the
Ace Ventura
was like, I mean, he took Ace Ventura, stuffed him in a furry bodysuit, and went to work. That movie is a Ron Howard directed, like, I want to say it's like an hour and 45 minute, because you can tell a good story in an hour and 45 minutes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just nonstop laughs from start to finish. Every second is pumped with gags. And it's just so fucking right. I was dying. I die every time. I feel like it's aged well. He tells some jokes that adults would still laugh at today. I like that they took this child storybook and they fleshed it out into a well thought story with, like, you know, his love interest and the school bullies and all the other. It's really, really good. And some of the fucking jokes are just out of control. Like the car blowing up when he runs away from it in slow motion. It's that tiny little car. It's huge explosion.
Yeah, they went all out with that movie.
So funny. So ridiculous.
You know why they don't have any more live actions, right?
Because live actions kind of suck these days.
I liked the Cat in the Hat.
I guess except for, well, the Cat in the Hat. Well, again,
it
and
was
Michael
different.
Myers has his own brand of zaniness that blends itself well to the character.
Yeah, but the original, I think it was the wife of Dr. Seuss or something, his sister or something, they saw a cut of the film of the Cat in the Hat, and I seen the deleted scene on YouTube. I looked it up. I just discovered this recently. It was one of the thing 1 and thing 2. They're trying to distract the mom from coming home. So thing 1 or 2 drink like probably 100 bottles of water, and it shows him drinking it. And then they're like, we need to create a distraction. You know where I'm going with this? Can you guess drinking all this water?
Is he gonna pee on the mom?
They didn't show him peeing, but you can hear him going, and a whole flood of water blocks her from getting in a section of the road. And the owner of the Dr. Seuss brand was like, "Oh no, you're done."
What a weird.
That's why we only see animated.
Oh, what a weird thing for them to want to animate.
I know, to add that in the movie, I was like, what? Why would
I just figured they
do
wouldn't
that?
care.
I mean, there was some adult humor in the Grinch.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was one part where he was looking at her bosoms, like something about bosoms, if I'm not mistaken. But back then, I didn't think it was weird. That was just how it was back then when we saw Ren and Stimpy and all that other stuff. I thought it was fine. We were kids. We understood what was right and wrong until you're older. Most of us, I hope.
Most of us, I hope. That's how you get on the naughty list.
I don't think I ever saw any. Oh, Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. I saw that. I don't think there were any other Christmas movies that I saw in the theater.
Jack Frost, that's another one that for some reason it's just like classic to me.
You don't hear about it often. I thought that was a great movie. Touching at the end, though, when his dad has to go. I'm tempted to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to watch it. I should watch it. It's a
tugs at
movie.
your heartstrings, you know. He dies. His spirit gets put into a snowman.
I would always say, there was a part where he knocked on his son's room, and he's like, give him the harmonica. He's like, toodaloo, and then he's like, you know, if you ever need the power, just blow on this harmonica. And then he blows on it, and he goes to his son's room, and he's like, you looking for the power? And I'd be saying that for years. You looking for the power? So that movie had an impact on me.
You would.
You trying to get some Barry White on me? Trying to get all sensual on the mic like you're some romantic DJ?
You'll never find someone who loves you the way I do.
We are so out of sync with this. I'm not.
You don't know.
I'm not harmonizing. I was trying to guess where you're going with it.
You're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss my loving. No.
Rest in peace, Barry White, a warm big teddy bear. You can't forget about the TV shows we grew up with, such as Full House, Step by Step, Family Matters. What are the other ones? Fresh Prince. Some of the ones that I remember, though, very well. One, Fresh Prince. Who doesn't? I can't do it. Anyway. There was one episode, I don't know how many Christmas specials, I think they had 2 or 3 within their tenure. The one that, it's where they go to the ski lodge, a cabin, and they're all decked out in bulky Air MC Hammer looking attire with multicolors. I mean, Will was all decked out, very early 90s. I loved it. Would I wear it? No. Had shorts like that, though. I think we all did back then, if you're as old as me. They go to the cabin in the snow. They all get there. I think it's just half the family. It's the younger ones. They all go there. It's all fun and games. And then there's a hostage takeover situation. We got Will Smith, Carl, and the others. They're all tied up. And for what reason? I forgot the reason. I didn't even watch this episode before filming this, so I'm doing this freeballing right now. The next one was a step-by-step episode where the dad and the younger son get stuck or snowed in somewhere at like some convenience store or something like that. And then there's the sheriff. Or not a sheriff, but a deputy. And it was really a classic because if you know Step by Step, it had a guy from I think he was on a soap opera or Little House on the Prairie. I can't remember, but Suzanne Summers, if you knew who that was, I would say about 10 years later, 10 years or a little more, she was in Step by Step after graduating from Three's Company. Although she was only on like 2-3 seasons out of the 8 that there were. The landlord was an older guy, the first one, and then there was a second landlord that took over, who was Don Knotts. If you know Don Knotts, he played the ghost in Mr. Chicken. One where he's looking in a pond, he falls in and he turns into a cartoon fish, which is my favorite one. Though I think those were 2 Disney films. He played live action turned animation. But he's best known for Andy Griffith. If you don't know the Andy Griffith Show, then you're too young to be listening to this. But he played Barney Fife, the deputy to the sheriff, who was Andy Griffith. And he plays a deputy, and I think he makes a reference to that show or his character on there, but it was kind of a reunion for the two who were both on Three's Company for Suzanne and Don. Anyway, he's pulling the old Barney Fife, Andy Griffith jokes and whatnot, playing the character, milking it on that show. And in the end, they invite him over for Christmas, and it's a gay old time. Now, the third show I want to talk about is Full House. Their very first Christmas. I want to be cliche and say it was our very first Christmas, because they had a lot of our very first in the first season, as far as titles go. And I have the complete series. I'm a fanatic about that show as well. Timeless. It's where they I think half of them go to the airport. Joey, Jesse, Bob, DJ, and Stephanie. I'm not sure if Michelle was there. I think she was. They get stuck at the airport baggage claim. It was the airport, but they were in baggage claim area. And, they're just... Well, you'd be miserable too. I was miserable just watching it, because I've been, layovers. They were not fun, and they get snowed in. So it was a layover, but because of the snow, there was just too much snow on the runway. They couldn't do in the storm. So they're like, man, I want to get home, then this isn't Christmas. But then in the end, they all, one guy just like, you know what? We need to make the most of this. And there was a guy who I think he played a Santa, or it could have been really Santa, but I think he disappears later on. I could be wrong, but they're singing carols. They're making the best of their situation, as all of us should. It's not all about the next best thing, and it's hard. And I'm not exempt. I'm also in that. It's hard. You're human, but we need to find a way to cope with that, and they sure did. The Tanneritos never go. By the way, listen to How Rude Tanneritos podcast with Andrea Barber and Jody Sweet. Do you guys have an advent calendar? I've been opening up one from 97 from the Ukraine World Book. It came with one when I ordered it off the internet. It came with the original advent calendar.
Oh.
I always thought those were fun growing up. My mom threw them all away. She's like, oh, once it's done, it's only for that year. No, it's not. You can use it every year. There's no year put on there.
Sorry, I thought I heard something strange in my house.
Oh, it's like Max's story where he heard that clunk on the roof. You're experiencing this now. It's Santa Claus.
But wasn't he supposed to come, how does the song go? And don't forget to put out a sock. That's right, exactly at 12 o'clock. He'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll be coming down the chimney.
Chimneys and that. I like the Brian Setzer version, the guy who was in the Stray Cats.
He's got a big fat sack upon his back. No?
The way they say that sometime, I'm like,
I know,
why
right?
can't I be a clean person?
It was like big fat sack.
Or rocket around the Christmas tree. I made it bad. So every time my mom, my wife, this is bad, guys. I'm calling her mom more than once. I married my mom. No, rocking around the Christmas tree. And then she said, having some pumpkin pie. But the way Brenda Lee says it, because of the audio quality of that recording back then, it sounds like she's saying some fucking pie. Having some fucking pie. And I'm like, damn, Brenda, getting in there. Yeah, we having some pie, bitch.
You foolish.
So now when you hear that song, Eric, by Brenda Lee, just when you get to it, you're going to hear the word fucking pie.
I can almost hear it in my head now.
Maybe it's just me.
I've been playing Christmas music at the shop since December 1st, and it has been a blast.
Next day after Thanksgiving, right? You just blast it. You don't give a shit.
I held back. I held back.
Really? You waited till December 1st?
I waited till December 1st.
Oh, man.
Yep, I made
Charlie
a playlist.
FM don't, 97.1.
Yeah. I made a playlist of like Motown and R&B and like hip hop.
Okay.
Christmas songs called Black Christmas. Yeah.
So you got John Legend.
Legend. But sometimes that gets...
Ray Charles.
It's a little annoying. Ray Charles. Oh, he's got some good ones, man. I got...
no, John Legend can be annoying. I don't know why, but I agree with you on that.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, okay.
What's that Christmas song that he did that's played on the radio?
There's the one Christmas Means to Me that he did, the Stevie Wonder, that song. And then he
that's a cover he did.
Yes, that's not actually his song.
Is that from the 70s, the original?
Yes, I want to say Stevie did that in the 70s, yeah.
I heard that song the first time, and I don't know if it was John or if it was Stevie, But that was also somebody I was going to mention. But when I heard that song, I was like, man, this sounds like somebody from the 70s. And I was like, no, this is John Legend. And I'm like, what? It sounds like it's from the 70s because it has all the sounds of the 70s. And you were right.
They pretty much just like
solved the mystery.
Yeah, I think they just did like a digital remaster type of thing, like, you know, where they use like, you know, electric instruments and stuff.
I think Christmas music from the 50s and the 70s were boom.
Dude,
Jackson
James
5.
Brown has some great ones.
I just recently downloaded a song by him from Christmas, but I forgot what it was. I have like a vintage Christmas playlist, a modern one that starts from the 80s on up, and then I have around the world, like opera, French, German.
You have the one where James Brown is talking about Santa Claus coming to the ghetto?
Christmas
Santa Claus.
in the ghetto? Maybe.
Straight to the ghetto. Straight to the ghetto.
It might be that or a different one, but I also like Backdoor Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But that's by a different artist. So, yeah. Vintage songs, I can't get enough. Because we have a lot of firsts. We have the 12 Days of Christmas, Deck the Halls. A lot of these songs were either... A few of them were written before recording of audio for music. And then others were created back in the 30s, 40s, 50s as first. Like Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. That's a traditional song nowadays. These songs have been implemented in them. I got probably almost 150 pieces of Christmas music. Half are probably covers or altered renditions of original songs. And I can't describe it. These are such warm, fuzzy songs that you have to listen to either while you're cooking some Christmas stuff or wrapping the presents. I play it, boom, all the way from the morning of Christmas Day. But I'm generally playing this music all the time. Speaking of cooking, I took my hand at gingerbread cookie making this year. And I tried to do... My mom gave me some vintage Christmas molds. Red and green ones, plastic ones. And I think I messed up the gingerbread dough. Because it got stuck in the mold, so I just made them round cookies. And they ended up really rock hard because I left them in 10 minutes longer than they should be.
Oh, gross. Damn.
But put them in milk, they soften up, and the flavor is booming. But they're rock hard, so boom, boom. They're mostly like, I should have just made ginger snaps. I love those too.
Should have just made them ginger snaps.
My wife will be making green bean casserole this year. I think that's what she said. She better be. I love that stuff. She did it in Indonesia once for me for Thanksgiving. It was a little watery, but its flavor was there. I loved it. I'm a good husband. Come on now.
That's fair. That's fair. I know. I can't wait. I got a few things for Emily. I'm just excited to be able to exchange some gifts this year.
We can't talk about that. It's got to be. She might listen to this on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Nice little gift from us to you all listening to us. What are some traditions that you and your lady have been creating together since you guys have been going?
I guess just going to her family's place out at the coast every once in a while.
Oh, a coastal Christmas.
Or going to her family's place out in Southeast.
Okay.
And doing like gift exchanges and stuff. I know her family's been trying to do like a white elephant thing recently.
Okay.
That's been pretty fun. But like as far as like me and Emily personally, like I guess I don't think we really have like a tradition.
We used to do white elephant in first grade. That was fun. I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that up. I was going to say, I'm glad that you guys are keeping something up together, creating new stories that you can pass down. We tend to go to the Portland Christmas markets, which I'm sure you've been to a couple of times, maybe once. They have, there's a night market and then there's a Christmas market. Night markets happen throughout the year though, but there's a specific one. Kind of like the Christmas markets in Germany. We went to one actually late November in New York because we went to New York to see her sister and her mother who's visiting from Indo there because her sister had a baby. So we went on Thanksgiving because it was cheap. So we do markets. We've seen the Nutcracker, and I went the second time this year and I sneaked a picture at the end, and they always have these cool little ornaments, and I bought this Oh my god, the blur effect. It's supposed to be a candy cane that's been twisted into a tree with a little star at the end. I love
that's
cute
actually
little
pretty cool
gifts.
That's
I know.
dope.
We're decorating the garland. That's my tree, like I said, with ornaments that I grew up with. But yeah,
Of course.
stuff like that, or maybe seeing the organ symphony do Christmas music. Yeah, stuff like that. Trying to keep going, doing advent calendars, decorating. She's a big Christmas lover. Mariah Carey's her number one, so you can imagine. And did Mariah ever get her Christmas wish? All she wanted for Christmas was that guy. Did she ever get him?
Oh,
Is it the guy she's with now?
maybe. Shoot, yeah, I don't know. I actually do not know.
I'm glad. I just try to keep the tradition with the music and all that other stuff going, playing records, keeping it old school, Andy Williams. But yeah, 'tis the season. There's no place like home for the holidays, people. This is the Arguably Awesome podcast. We're wishing you guys the best. Is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Ayrflo?
Yeah, we hope that you enjoy your time with your folks and, basking in the glow of the Yule log and the Christmas tree. And that you got everything that you're hoping for. But just remember that Christmas isn't just about receiving, it's about giving.
Yes, that is very true. Very true. You couldn't have said it better, my friend. I would have to piggyback off that and say, yes, I agree. he topped it. I couldn't do it, Dan. I probably could, but I'm not John Lennon, so.
I stole that.
Do they even know it's Christmas?
Ooh.
I mean, shoot, with all the wars going on, you got to remember, Yuck's Noel. That's when there was a war going on, and they all stopped and made peace with each other to stop that war back then, to all recognize that they all missed their families. They didn't want to be in a war. Cool little war story. Real, true. I will pull out the red card. I showed it last year from my grandfather in the early 90s. Maybe mid-90s. I still don't know. But I'm going to read it and end it with this. So let me open it. We've hung the holly on our door for everyone to see. We've written notes to Santa Claus and trimmed our Christmas tree. There's only one left thing to do before the day arrives. To send a wish from Gresham to those who've touched our lives. May Christmas bring you joy and peace. May good times come your way. Your friends in Oregon wish you a happy holiday. Well, go find some mistletoe, kiss your loved ones, and happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, and any other holidays that are taken on this Christmas season.
Happy winter solstice.
I wish it was